Here is Mrs. Thomas's World Book Day book choice, and it's Jamil's Clever Cat by Fiona French. It's a folk story. Look at the illustrations. Aren't they lovely? So colourful. It's a folk tale from Bengal, which is where my tiger's from. Okay. Jamil the weaver lived on the poor side of town. He had a cat called Sardal, a very clever cat. Each night, while Jamil was asleep, Sardal wove material for his master to make into tunics and saris. And there's Jamil, and there's Sardal, the clever cat. One morning, Jamil sighed and said, "Oh, Sardal, if only I could marry the princess who lives in the palace, then you and I would not have to work our fingers and paws to the bone, and I would be a very happy man." Sardal thought for a minute. Then he said, "Give me the best waistcoat and the most beautiful sari we have made, master, and I will make your dream come true." So I wonder what he's up to. There he is. Sardal leapt silently over the roofs of the city, carrying the sari and the waistcoat on his back. Looking down, he saw the princess in the palace garden. Putting on the waistcoat, Sardal sauntered into the garden and bowed low, spreading out the sari. "Oh, how beautiful!" exclaimed the princess. Sardal bowed even lower. "My master is the richest man in the world," he said. "This is a small token of his esteem." The princess was so flattered, she took Sardal to meet her parents. "Oh, such a generous gift," said the Rajah. "Would your master like to marry our daughter?" There he is. "I think she would do very nicely," answered Sardal, and taking his leave, he went back to Jamil the weaver. "Well, be rich," purred the cat. "The princess is eager to marry you. We must make you the finest wedding clothes ever seen." They worked all night and all day, and the next night and day too. When Jamil tried on the clothes, he looked like a prince. Then Sardal invited some guests to the wedding. He went out into the forest and gathered a wild chorus of creatures. A roaring of tigers. There's mine. A chattering of monkeys. There they are. And a trumpeting of elephants. What a noise they made on their way to the palace. The animals hid among the trees in the palace garden, and the Rajah thought the noise was coming from 1,000 people. "We would be most honoured to meet the prince," the Rajah said, "but we have no room for all his retinue." So Jamil and the cat went into the palace alone. Next day, Jamil married the princess. He looked so rich and handsome, but in truth he was still Jamil the weaver. At their wedding feast, he looked up at the ceiling and said, "What a good place to build a loom! Those beams are just right." "How strange," thought the princess. "He seems to know more about weaving than ruling a country." Sardal said quickly, "We must go. It is time for my master to welcome you to his house." I wonder what she's thinking. When the princess saw her new home and Jamil confessed who he really was, she was shocked. But not for long. She loved Jamil the weaver as much as Jamil the prince. So she became a weaver's wife. She was very good at weaving too, after some practice. At the market, everyone wanted to buy her beautiful cloth. Soon she could afford to hire helpers, and she and Jamil became rich. They built a fine new house, and other weavers built homes around them. They all worked on the best looms money could buy. And there's Sardal. When the Raja and the Rani came to visit, they found the streets covered in silk and were met by cheering crowds. Jamil and his wife welcomed them into their home. "Did I not tell you the truth?" said Jamil's clever cat. "My master is the richest man in the world." And that's the end of that story, which is a traditional folk tale based on Puss in Boots. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.